a source of personal development and self-exploration. Through discipline, physical and spiritual training makes the impossible possible. This is the philosophy and teachings of the martial art, karate. Early in August 2018, the international organization Kyokushinkaikan held their 4th annual Shihan Sabela Tournament in the township of Umlazi in KwaZulu-Natal. This tournament was founded by Shihan Kanyisani Mazibuko, the president of IKO Matsushima, South Africa, and former student of the late great Shihan Sabela, whom this annual tournament is in commemoration of.
I think this event is growing every year. So today we've got people from Kenya, we've got people from Swaziland, we've got people from Johannesburg, all over South Africa, Eastern Cape. We've got aerobics, we've got bodybuilding, and we've got a good relationship with bodybuilders. It's gaining strength each and every year. As I'm speaking to you now, I have Shihan Roman. Shihan Roman is 74 from Canada. He has started karate, I think 53 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. So it's a passion. He's here today. He's not going to get money to go back, but he's here because he's got a passion for us, for the people.
A true symbol of the art, a role model and mentor to many, Shihan Sabela was a well-recognized karateka from his early days in the dojo and in the ring. Shihan Sabela started his training in 1971 and went on to open his own dojo in 1984 in Durban. He subsequently traveled the globe, fighting in many world championships, thereby achieving a status very few people in the world have managed. Shihan Sabela ultimately founded the IKO Matsushima, South Africa.
I know him for a very, very long time. Shihan Sabela, I remember him when he came to a camp, or I was invited and I was giving the camp in Belgium. And he came with a nice, wonderful group. And when I was teaching him, he was very happy to come because he learned what he was never taught by his teachers. And with Shihan Mazibuko, who is trying to build, is great. We've talked about bringing it up and trying to bring a good level to the organization. He's got good people behind him. And we try to bring something to the children with them so they're not in the streets.
In summary, this event, it's an event that keeps us going because they've paved the way for us. They fought during the hard times of apartheid. So all what we need to do, or all what we are doing, we are taking where they left off, we make it more exciting, we're enhancing where they left off.
Honor and integrity are synonymous with the teachings of karate and are amongst many values Shihan Sabela stood for and promoted. It is largely because of his efforts that young karatekas in South Africa can speak of the major impact karate has had in their lives.
It feels good. So it's one of the very big tournaments. We're honoring Shihan Sabela, the late Shihan Sabela. It's one of the biggest tournaments in South Africa. We always stay fit. We respect. It's one of the sports esiqoqa abantu. Isikhathi esiningi awuyitholi ngane ejim karate emgaqweni because isikhathi ekujima ngaso silate. Phuma esikoleni washishethi past 5 uyejimini uyukhathele uyageza uyalala. So awusithola isikhathi sokuhlala emgaqweni awuyifundile lezo zinto engasile ezenziwa abantu basemgaqweni.
Ngikhule kuthiwa karate isona sport esinenhlonipho, discipline. So ngikubonile lokho kwenzekile empilweni yami because kuba ngujima ngukarate ngaba ngikho la. Mhlambe ngabe ngihlele emgaqweni ngi-street kid ngibhema ama-drugs ngibhema ngaphansi ngiyawubonga ukarate ukuthi ungigcinile kuze kushaya isikhathi samanje ngisaphila.
What you take away is that you got into that ring, you overcame your fears because, you know, it's like for me, it's the scariest thing to get into that ring. And especially with today, the whole femicide problem that we're facing, I think it's a great thing for me personally.
In my view, karate is the most disciplined sport that helps the young guys or the young people who are still pursuing different careers in their life. It teaches us to be patient. It teaches us to be focused. It's a process. It's not about fighting. Fighting is part of it, but growing within the sports, you understand, you learn a lot of things.
In the art, in this discipline is number one. And you try to make sure that the same discipline you have here will continue on when you start to work.
Although karate is a martial art form, it is also a sport, and as of August 2016, the Executive Board of the International Olympics Committee approved karate for inclusion as an Olympic sport. The code will make its debut at the Summer Olympics in 2020 in Tokyo, Japan. In South Africa, karate enjoys much-needed support from provincial government sports and recreation departments across the country, as attested to by the mayor of Mbizana local municipality.
It has done a lot for those that they are participating in the sport. You cannot be able to get them on drugs and also on the liquor, where most of the young people, they stay there. But to me, I'm so motivated as a leader. So it shows that we in the local government, in fact, in all the spheres of government, we need to support those people that they are in the karate, in the aerobics, so that it must be the part of the sport. We should not take the karate as if it is something that should be done outside the local government.
Unfortunately, the 2017 installment of the Shihan Sabela Karate Tournament suffered a tragedy, as the late Sfiso Tabete, the bodybuilding world champion at the time, suffered a fatal injury during a bodybuilding exhibition. The karate and the bodybuilding fraternity will always remember Sfiso.
Most important thing today, it's the young man who was a champion, is Sfiso Tabete from Umlazi. And if you don't understand, people, they'll say, why karate and bodybuilding? Sfiso Tabete was a karateka before he becomes a bodybuilder. Sensei Kosa, one of the sensei here who is a referee, he was a student. He then dashed to bodybuilding and he becomes successful. So it tells you when you have a karate in your system, in anything that you venture into, you become successful. He was a world champion. He died at a very young age. May his soul rest in peace.
The bond between karate and bodybuilding has grown stronger since, especially as the discipline needed to be successful in both sports is similar physically and mentally. For these reasons, Shihan Mazibugo saw it fitting for these athletes to share a platform.
There's a lot of gold trophies here. I mean, with the athletes that are on the mat or on the stage competing, this really is something that they're looking forward to walking home with. Besides these, we have sponsors that came together to put this event together. Sponsors like Pro Nutrition, supplements, great support. And that's what we need because, I mean, we live in Africa. We're not like the UKs and the USAs and things like that. So we have to go into the townships and start developing our young people right from here.
The passion and the discipline is there. It's just that, especially for bodybuilding, it's a kind of sport that it hasn't been exposed or advertised enough to people to get to see it and to get to know it. To me, it's a link with karate. As you see the vibe, the spirit, see all this presentation that's all here, you know, it encourages one to decide to say, let me take this channel now to do this kind of sport.
As the day drew to a close, it was time for the finals of each weight division to proceed, as the competitors clashed punch for punch and kick for kick while family and friends cheered on in support. The 2018 installment of the Shihan Sabela Tournament proved a success, thanks to the efforts of all those who were involved in the planning and implementation.
We are very excited. Number one, we strongly believe in a generational mix. Here there's a generational mix. You can see there's young people at the age of 5 years, up until the older generation at the age of 70 up. And these people are still healthy. We are inviting companies from all angles. They've got corporate social investment funds. Of those funds, they must then develop this actual activity, which are practical. You can see all these medals. These medals have been funded by a person who has an interest into seeing the community being developed. Therefore, we are thanking Kanyisan and his colleagues. We are saying we are for him, we are biased to him, because it's assisting young people to be out of criminal activities, from smoking all these wunga and nyawupu, which are destroying our communities, from being jailed for many years into all these crevices of darkness. We are saying, we are for you, Kansani, go and grow.
And remember, this sport is not a sport that attracts a lot of sponsors. As I'm speaking to you, this is the effort that we have put together, and thank God to Mr. Vivian Reddy, who gave us 30,000 rand that contributed to what you see today. I am urging to all the big business to support our cause. I'm urging to all media houses to support our cause, because without coverage, nobody knows what we are doing.
As the proceedings came to a fold, the male and female winners of each weight division were announced from 1st to 5th position respectively, with an overall karateka of the tournament being voted for by fellow winners. We heard from a few of the awardees as they shared their thoughts on the competition and their hopes moving forward.
Hey, into ebengayilindele kakhulu leyo. Ingijabulisile at the same time. Ngithukile ngishaqekile ukuthi mina kubo bonke abantu kungani kube njalo babone mina ngifanele ukuthi ngithole lo mklomelo, kodwa ke ngiyajabula, ngiyabonga nako phezulu ukuthi unginikele lelo thuba lelo. Engathi nabo abafowethu laba abangikhethile nabo ngelinye ilanga bangakwazi ukuthi baphushe bavotele nabo njengoba benzile kumina.
Le tournament because last year ibinge njena, so this year inyukile kakhulu. Ngifuna mina uyibona ingekho kulamawala la eMlazi, mhlawumbe ku-ICC kulamawala amakhulu gcwele abantu abonje sesingene right.
One day ngifuna ukuba world champ, ngifuna ukula overseas, angifuni nje ukuba na 21 ngingakaze ngiyaphesheya futhi ngakobi champ. Ilokho engihleze ngitshela bona.
Ngathanda ukubabonga kakhulu because ama-tournament akanje wona sigqugquzelayo ukuthi sazi ukuthi awujimi nje kuphela. Esikhathini esiningi abantu abajimayo babuye bayeke because ama-events ayaleka. Uma ujima kuphela uzithola ifani, yabo. So le tournament ekanje yenza ukuthi ujime ebuye uyiprove. So singabonga kakhulu nje kwama-organizers ale event Shihan Mazibuko.
We are inviting our politicians, our leaders to come and assist us in making sure that we're getting back our youth from being vulnerable, because we have heist today. A lot of criminals are our youth, are our brothers and sisters. There's a high intake of alcohol. They're not doing anything. Not everyone will play soccer. Not everyone will play cricket, but we are going to soldier on like them. In the dark days of apartheid, it was tough, but they continued. We grew up today. We have experienced that. We've been all over the world. We've made friends all over the world. So karate, to me, is not just a sport, it's a lifestyle.